NBA superstar Kobe Bryant is not having a quiet offseason. He's in a feud with his mom over the ownership of more than 100 items of memorabilia from his Lakers and high school days, including championship rings, jerseys that he wore. There she is on the left. Now Bryant is suing to stop a planned auction from taking place. A federal judge takes up this matter on Thursday. Joined now by our legal panel, Keith Sullivan, defense attorney, and Faith Jenkins, former prosecutor. So, Keith, this dispute, although he and his mom are definitely involved, and no doubt there's been some words between them over this, is really with the auction house and Kobe Bryant's attorneys, because they're trying to stop this auction from taking place, for starters, right?
Correct. So what happened was Kobe Bryant's mother gave the items to the auction house. The auction house issued a press release. Kobe became aware of it. He sent a cease and desist letter to the auction house. It's the auction house that went to federal court asking Kobe Bryant to come into court and explain why he should be entitled to possession of these items. So it's called a declaratory judgment. They're asking the court to decide who's the rightful owner of these items, and it's the appropriate way to go in this case.
Now, his mom got $450 million up front on this. I knew that was wrong when I said it. Thank you very much. $450,000. She wants to buy a house in Nevada. She could get a really nice house with $45 million. But anyway, there she is in the picture. She says, look, you know, I remember Kobe saying to me, here, Mom, this stuff is for you. He said that, according to her. What does that mean, Faith?
Well, it means that Kobe's going to come into court. He's disputing that, so he's going to come into court and say, actually, I didn't say that. This is my stuff, my property, and I don't want it to be auctioned off. And in a case like this isn't the family dinner table, Martha. This is court. You have to have some kind of proof. So what is Kobe Bryant's mom going to come in? What kind of proof does she have to say that these items were a gift to me when he's saying that they aren't? So at the end of the day, I think the scales are going to tip in his favor because it's his stuff, his memorabilia.
I wonder a couple things here. Keith, you know, do you get squatters' rights on this stuff? I mean, if you left it in the garage for like the last 15 years, she says it was 15 years ago. At some point, does it become hers?
You know, Martha, you're right on. And I think Faith is absolutely correct with the first argument there. But the second argument is constructive abandonment under the law. The facts are going to show that some of these items are as old as 20 years. And Kobe never asked for the items back. She's asked him, do you want any of this stuff? She even asked his wife. She's incurred $90,000 in expenses that Kobe was aware of to store these items in a storage facility. So I think they're going to prevail on the constructive abandonment argument. It's not like the O.J. Simpson case.
I was just going to ask you about that parallel.
Where he was out actively searching for and looking for the items. Kobe knew where it was. He made no attempt to take it back. He was asked several times to take it. This is a story that plays out even in my own life, every male's life, right? You leave a bunch of things back at Mom's house, and she throws it out.
She's trying to get rid of it. Every time you come over, she's like, can you please take this to your place? And finally, you know, it says here, Faith, that she has 900 more items that are worth $1.5 million. So this sounds like an argument that could continue.
It sounds like it, but I'll tell you what Kobe's going to say. She could, yes, she paid $1,500 a month in storage fees, but she could only do that because of the millions of dollars I gave her over the years to allow her to pay such expenses. So at the end of the day, Pamela needs to give that $450,000 back to the auction house. Kobe needs his memorabilia back. He can reimburse the auction house for any reasonable fees they've incurred, and everyone can have a happy Mother's Day.
Everyone can get together. Exactly. Yeah. It sounds like she might have been better off just asking him for a little loan, maybe.
Make it easy.
Thank you, you guys. Keith and Faith. Thanks.
Thanks.
Okay. In the meantime.